What up, guys? So we've been seeing a lot of cancellations with buyers recently, and I completely understand that's the current state of our market a little bit. Pickier buyers, it's a buyer's market out there, so they feel like they can be more discerning and ask for more. Totally understand, but here are some things that we can do to possibly avoid these types of situations. 3 very basic steps of navigating the due diligence period, right? So we need to set expectations, realistic expectations up front. We need to attend our inspection reviews always, and we need to negotiate effectively, right? So what does that mean? Setting expectations in the beginning, especially for newer buyers, but for any caliber of buyer, I don't care if they've bought 10 homes before, we always need to say, this inspection report is going to be busy. This isn't a brand new home, right? Even on brand new homes, things come up, but this is a resale home. It's going to be a busy inspection report. Don't freak out. It's not the end of the world that there are things that need to be fixed. That's with any resale home, of course. It's not the seller's obligation to improve or upgrade the property for us, but we're going to get any highly concerning items taken care of. Things that can affect safety, things that should have been maintained to begin with, right? Like the high ticket items, we will get taken care of, but we're not gonna ask them to fix every little thing because it's not their obligation to upgrade or improve the home. So set those expectations up front, so when that inspection report comes in, they're not going, oh my God, this house is a lemon. There's a million things. There's a million things on every resale home inspection report, right? The inspector wants to show that they're worth the money, that they're doing their job. So always going to be comprehensive, but not something to be afraid of. Set those expectations up front. The second thing we need to do, so important, and I can't believe we're not all doing this right now. I mean, I know hopefully we're at least making a good faith effort, but we need to try harder to be at every inspection review. We have to be at the inspection review. Your clients aren't going to be there. They have obligations. Okay, that's one thing. I'd prefer if they were there, but if they're not going to be there, we still need to be there. Like even more reason for us to be there, honestly, but I need you at every one regardless. Ideally, we're there with our clients, walking through with the inspector, and that way you pick up the tonality of the inspector saying, hey, this is something I flagged, but I wouldn't be overly concerned. I would get this looked into. This just needs to be, someone keep an eye on it over time. This I would have somebody come out and look at, right? And when you're there in person going through it with the inspector, it makes things way less intimidating, way less scary. So attend the inspection review. I want you there at least 15 to 20 minutes early. Connect with the inspector, ask if there's anything huge and glaring that they've noticed, and then of course get out of their way and let them finish their job. But connect with them, get there early, ask if they notice anything super alarming. If so, check it out, pull up the spuds, look through the spuds, go through the home in accordance with maybe something the sellers have mentioned, a problemed area that you can go check out. So check those boxes before your client even gets there. Then your client gets there and you follow the inspector through the home. You get a really good sense of what needs to be addressed and what doesn't. So then instead of, not going and just getting this report and seeing all these scary things on paper and then submitting a Binzer with 50 requests on it, now we have a better feel for what needs to be addressed immediately, maybe what the seller needs to address compared to what our buyers need to address, little things that can be done after closing, right? So attend every inspection review. I can't stress that enough. We're the quarterback of these files, right? So our presence there is important. It's paramount. We need to be there. Please attend every inspection review. And that's the only way you're going to get repeat business down the road, is showing clients that you really care and you're a part of the process. An easy thing to do to show that is to attend the inspection review and be diligent while you're there. The third thing we need to keep in mind is negotiating effectively, right? So once we're making those negotiations in the Binzer period, we're working with the other side to find a common ground, right? It's not an adversarial approach where, we're trying to nickel and dime someone and they're trying to not give anything up. Like, communicate with the other side. Talk to the listing agent and go over how their seller is feeling about things. Go over the ideal offer that your buyer might take, right? And then if you get a response that's not going to be satisfactory to your buyer and it's probably not going to be satisfactory, rather than immediately sending that to the buyer, then go back to the listing agent and say, hey, I don't know if this is going to be enough. What can we do to improve this a little bit? Like, let's get creative here, right? So effectively negotiate with the other side. Don't just go off of, okay, well, this is what they offered. I know it's not enough. What do you think? Like, hold that off until you've had a chance to speak with the listing agent, see what the highest and best response from the seller can be, so you can present something to your buyer that they're satisfied with from the beginning, right? So 3 steps we can take to hopefully avoid these cancellations. Set proper expectations, attend your inspection review, negotiate effectively. And one more thing, before you just go ahead and cancel a contract, please hit me up, bring it to me. We'll brainstorm together, see if there's anything we can do to save the deal. Sometimes it's not going to happen. Sometimes you can't avoid it, of course. Buyers sometimes will lose the warm and fuzzies on a house after the inspection, and that can be unavoidable for sure, but plenty of these cancellations can be avoidable with applying the right tactics and approaching it the correct way. So please come to me, see if we can brainstorm a solution before we just go ahead and cancel, and make sure we're setting expectations, we're attending every inspection review, and we're negotiating effectively. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Let's make it happen.